Swole Benji here. Let me show you one of the main reasons that someone would level up woodcutting all the way to tier 8. You have to be tier 8 to do this because otherwise it's too slow. For whatever reason, SBI figured that the speed at which you harvest tier 1 resources should still be in effect for whatever tier tool you use. So I'm using a tier 8 Avalonian axe. You don't need Avalonian axe for this, just a regular tier 8 axe will chop the speed the exact same. You don't need gathering gear because it will not increase your yield. You don't need a pork pie. You will not get more tier 1 trees from chopping tier 1 trees, which are rough logs. But the profit per hour is actually on par with harvesting in tier 4 and tier 5 zones, and this is why I think that gathering is completely stupid. So we're going to go to Limhurst, and we're not faction flagged because, well, we couldn't go to Limhurst if we were. To transport these 3 items, I'm using the boots for the carry weight. I'm using the tier 8.3 bag for the carry weight, and the lumberjack backpack for the carry weight. That's it. You can't fill journals doing this, so I don't have any journals. It's 16k to travel immediately to Limhurst with these items. I'm also using the boar. I could use a bear, but whatever. So this is how it works. You go to Limhurst, right? And you don't have to leave town. Limhurst is one of the best places to harvest rough logs. So all you do, you don't grab this thing. This thing here is like worth what, 2? And you need premium for this, by the way. If you don't have premium, don't do this. And if you're not tier 8, don't do this. It's too slow. And we're just gonna go outside of the little town walls here, and we're not leaving the town. Looks like someone's bot got stuck in the wall there. If someone botted this, they can make a decent amount of money. Just saying. And all you gotta do is you just right outside of the little gates here, and you'll see these big boy trees. And you just chop them down. Look at that. So we got 15, 30, 45, and 60, 75 rough logs there. We did chop another tree, but basically that's 1,290. That's 1,200 silver in one click, but it doesn't end there. Okay, because this is the estimated average price, right? So let's see, we just clicked one time and now we're watching YouTube, we're watching anime, we're talking to our girlfriend. Boom, 2,500. We're gonna click again, this tree, and we're in town. There's no risk. I'm literally naked. I have like 4 or 5 items. And now I'm at 3,700. Now, let me tell you, I need to time this. We're gonna do this for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna show you the hourly profit if you were to sell to town. But the real secret is if you transport these rough logs, you just buy an ox, and you transport these to Caerleon, it doubles, okay? So right now, I have made 6,000. Well, guess what? If I went to Caerleon, which is a 3 or 5 minute trip, I forget how long it takes because the world did change. I haven't timed it since the world changed over. But it doubles, okay? Caerleon rough logs are in high demand. They sell immediately. It's such a really dumb way. And yes, you could go outside of Caerleon into the forest areas and do this same thing. And you would be right outside town. But Caerleon, outside of Caerleon, is a red zone. If you're naked with a tier 8, if someone sees you chop, like they can see how you can see my axe, how it's white. Tier 8 items are white. If someone rides by you and sees you chopping a tree with a tier 8 axe, well, these things, well, this is 1.4 million. The tier 8 regular axe is maybe a couple 100,000. I forget exactly how much they are. But essentially, they're going to flag up and gank you, and they're going to chase you around. And also, mobs will be tagging you. Mobs will be interrupting your channeling. You're going to have to wear armor and escape sets. It's just not, like here, I'm in town. I can watch anime safely. I don't have to pay attention to my screen. I don't have to keep my eyes peeled to the corners of my screen. I can just chop trees in literal friggin' Limhurst, and if I'm lazy and I don't feel like muling these to Caerleon, I can just sell them right to Limhurst. I can just go to Limhurst and hit the sell button, and it's instant, easy, free money. And these trees, they grow back because they're tier 1. They're literal tier 1 rough logs. They grow back insanely fast. Now, if you were to try to chop these trees with anything less than a tier 8 axe, it takes a lot longer. It is not worth the time. But because I have the gear that allows me to chop these as fast as possible, that's what makes this stupidly worth. Last time I timed this, which was last year, I haven't done this method in 1 year. It was 1 million per hour. It was 1 million silver per hour when you transported it to Caerleon. Not taking into account the transport time, it was 1,000,000 silver per hour. It's completely freaking stupid how easy it is to do this and how risk-free it is and just how dumb it is. Now, do I recommend you level up your lumberjacking to tier 8 to do this? Hell no, because you don't get anything out of this. Your character does not advance. You're not advancing your wood chopping abilities at all. You don't get any experience, you don't get any fame. You cannot fill journals. You can't sell journals. You can't profit from journals. This is purely, like, I already have a 999 sack. That's 32,000 at Caerleon, or 16k here. Like, that's, like, 16k, that's a tier 5-ish weapon. I can just take that out to the black zone if I want. I'm already, like, getting kitted out. I can go PvPing if I want, right? Now, granted, the durability is still at 100%. Look at that, it's not even moved, okay? So, I know some of you are like, well, what about your repair build, dude? Your axe? That's gonna cost a lot of money to repair. It's 100% durability. And this isn't some weird thing. This is just SBI's stupid coding. They're just not good at programming games or thinking about things like this. And I know what someone else might say. Well, Benji, why did you release this? You know, you're gonna ruin the economy now. Bro, it's rough logs. These things shouldn't even... They should sell for 1. In a properly coded, properly economic game without bots, these things should be worth 1 silver. And that's the truth. And also, these things should not give you a bonus if you have premium. They don't give you a bonus if you have gathering gear on. Like, this axe gives me a bonus of 20%. I'm not getting that. You don't get a gathering bonus. You can eat a pork pie. It will not help you. It will absolutely not help you at all. But yeah, you just, there is so many trees. Like, I've only covered like 10% of Limhurst here, and we still have a lot to go. We can do, by the time we do a whole lap around this freaking zone, and I even missed some trees. By the time we do a whole lap around the zone, the original trees will be back to full yield. Okay? Yeah, if a bunch of people started doing this inside Limhurst, hey, go outside Limhurst. You go out into a blue zone right outside the freaking door of Limhurst. There are hundreds more of these trees just scattered around. Just pick one and start chopping. You can even go chop the regular trees while you do it. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to one-up this video, if you're a content creator looking to upstage me, you could make the same guide video and say just do it right outside of Limhurst in a blue zone, and that way you can get chestnut logs. All the newbies always asking, where are chestnut logs? Well, they're outside the city, silly. Like, it's such a random question that memed into existence. But the reason I like this farm is that I don't have to pay attention to the game. I don't have to spend any mental energy worried about ganks or looking at my maps. Oh, that wasn't a big tree. That was just a twofer. Oh. Like, why do these exist? Why isn't there rough stones worth 50, huh? How is that fair? Why do rough stones only get 2 yields, but logs? Oh, someone chopped this one. Was it me? But rough logs? Someone's doing this. It's not me. There's no way. I don't think I pathed over here. Is someone else doing this method too? I literally don't remember. See, that's how much attention I'm not paying to the game right now. I am literally not paying any attention to where I'm going or what I'm doing. I just see tree, I chop tree. And yes, you could do this with crappier tools, but it would take you like 4 to 5 times as long to chop one tree down, which makes the silver per hour just not worth it. And, like, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought putting these trees worth 50 are out? Like, they should be worth 2, like this stone is. See, I get 3 stone from a 2. It's whatever. That's not a big tree. It would be so funny if someone's actually actively doing this method and it makes the video like, yeah, I didn't come over here. Someone's been chopping these trees. Someone else is doing this. See, they're in the know. It's not just me. This isn't something... Like, I haven't done this in a very long time. You can also pick up the rough stones, you know. There's 3 rough stones. That's pretty damn good. It's pretty good money. I mean, you're already, like, bottom of the barrel fishing here. You might as well, you know, just get on your knees and pick up the rocks. Bend the knee. That's not... When I say never bend the knee, lads, that's not what I mean. I don't mean get on your knees and scrub the floor. I mean, don't concede, don't be subservient, and don't bow before someone else's willpower or, you know, demands, okay? Like, that's what I mean. Someone really came by and chopped all these. That's really gonna mess up my earnings per hour. Yeah, this fucking guy. Fucking tier 2 masterpiece armor. Bro, what are you doing? 15,000 fame. Okay, well, I have a tier 8. There's no way that guy has tier 8 axe with 15,000 fame, so I can easily bully him out of his own game. Who has a tier 2 masterpiece chest, man? I feel so bad. Why would you buy that? Why? What is he doing? Is he a bot? Why would you ever buy that? Why would you? You didn't just randomly get that in the noob zone? That doesn't happen. It's like 0.0000006% chance of crafting a tier 2 masterpiece in the frickin' tutorial island. What happened is someone that's a grandmaster at crafting crafted that for the fucking memes. You know, so they can get that black market cash. Or maybe he found it in a dungeon, you know? I've found masterpiece tier 2s in dungeons. But, like, seriously, man. So yeah, this is just the dumbest way to make money. Like right now, it's what, 3 stacks. I mean, I'm almost cleared 100,000. It's only been 11 minutes, and I am nearly 100,000 silver. And I know you guys have watched my previous gathering videos. I've made videos using my tier 8 set with pork pie. There's a tree here, and I can't click it. There we go, we got it. A little hidden tree. Poking, it's clipping through the wall. Nice art. Thanks, art department, you know, like, hard to program foldable joints, is it? What else can we even talk about, man? Like, okay, we're gonna take away the 1.47. Yeah, so we've made 100k so far in 12 minutes. 100k in 12 minutes. So that's 500k if we sell to Limhurst. And it's an additional 500k if we just travel it to Caerleon. So 1 million. Literal 1 million silver for sitting inside town chopping the shitty trees. Like, it's so stupid. And I don't even know why people would watch a whole 30-minute video of me doing this, but hey, you can't argue with the results. It works, okay? And yeah, I paid 16,000 silver to get here because I was lazy and didn't feel like riding for 7 minutes. Hey, look, one stack pays for that. Okay, 1 stack of these logs paid for my trip. Dang it. Oh, what? That's only a 2-hit. Gross. Gotta get these big boy trees. But hey, I'm reducing lag in the city by removing assets, even though the stump really counts as an asset anyway and probably has to load in people's caches. Yo, what's this guy do? Oh, he's just going to this little bench. Let's see. If you want to, you can't refine tier 1s, by the way. I'm just curious. What are 15%? That's actually really good. Back when I was a bow crafter, these things got up to like 100%. Yikes. Ouch. What about... Man, you know, fees are down right now. If you're a refiner, if you're a cloth refiner, holy crap, 13%, 20, 12? That's good. That's really good. I bet if I had a travel mammoth, I could make some big flips. If you're a travel mammoth, Chad, then you could buy a bunch of cloth at Bridgewatch and then transport it here to have it refined, even without focus, at those prices, even without focus. Then transport it back to Bridgewatch or somewhere that doesn't have cloth, like Martlock or Fort Sterling, and you would be banking. You'd be big banking. But I mean, there's more to transporting than that. Transporting is actually very complex with a lot of spreadsheets and a lot of math because you have to buy from one city, transport to the next, refine there, transport to the next, sell, while also buying goods and then it's a whole lot of math that I don't feel like doing. But yeah, that's why we keep it simple here on this little Benji channel. The simplest explanation is usually the best. That's like Occam's razor, isn't it? The simple things in life should be more appreciated. All right, well we basically cleared 1/3 now of whatever this town's called. Is that a 2-hitter? I can't even reach it because it's on a rock. Alright, and then we can go under here and go to the next little area. And just go to more trees. Yep, there we go. This amount of money is so dumb. It's such a stupid farm. And like I said, still 100% durability. You do not lose durability on these things because it's a tier 1. It's a tier 1 resource. You're not even ever supposed to really use these outside of building some houses on islands or benches or the tutorial island, really. Like, that rough stone, same thing. Like, you really only use rough stone for housing and crafting benches. There's not much else to it, but people are always building houses and building crafting benches, so there's always a demand for them. Hell, I actually, if I could ever get a tutorial island where there's no one constantly harvesting the stone, I want to see what the value of just transporting the stone to Caerleon is. Like on a brand new character with a frickin' mule. Like, I want to see how much you could make doing that. But, like, sadly in the overworld, there's no, like, really dense areas with lots of rough stone. Martlock areas are the best. You can go outside of Martlock and get a bunch of rough stone, but it's still, like, 2 or 3 piles at a time, which isn't that much. Like, 9 rough stone? It's 592. So, like, let's double that. Let's say 1,000. Like, let's say you find 1,000. It's like 1,000 silver per pile. This was, what, 1,200? So we already beat rough stone farming by just having a better freaking axe. And yeah, if you're like a tier 8 stonecutter, you could one-tap the rough stone nodes really quickly, but you're only still getting like 3 at a time. Whereas this, I'm getting 75 at a time. Okay? It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's just really dumb, stupid money. My carry weight's 35%. If I wanted, I could eat a pork pie and carry more. But other than that, I could, like I said, I could use a bear. I could use an ox. Like, because you're not really walking away from your mount, you don't have to have the boar's courier ability. You can go without that, and you can get something with even more carrying capacity. I just chose the boar because I'm lazy. I didn't feel like getting the bear out. I don't need the bear. Not even gonna do that long. We're already halfway there. We're like 17 minutes in. I was only going to do this for 30 minutes to show you, hey, well, in 1 hour, this is what you would make, bro. These people riding by. What is this guy doing? Why is he jumping down the trees, bro? What is his deal? Are you all sick of gathering videos yet? Because I'm kind of getting sick of making them. I mean, yes, I can make a video series like, oh, the profit from 1 hour of tier 6 dungeons, the profit from 1 hour of tier 7 dungeons, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I kind of want to do the Stalker version. Like, right now is a good time. There's not a lot of people on. I could probably maybe get away with ratting some Stalkers. But, man, that one death will set me back like 400k. Not looking forward to it. I mean, yeah, I know. This is only a 2-hitter, see? Even though it's one of the fatter trees. It's the long boys. It's not how fat it is, it's how long it is. But, yeah, anyway. Man, is a Redditor gonna call that dog whistling? Eh, you're dog whistling, bro. You're saying a word that means something else. Shut up. Stop bringing politics into video games. Like, the world was a better place before politics got just weaseled its way into video games. Man, get that crap out of here. Alright, so I've figured out how to remake the Discord. For everyone that enjoys my Discord and that have watched the video up till now, I've figured out a way to remake it so that it will actually stay and automate the questionnaire, because that was a big thing for me. I had to manually go through every questionnaire, and when like thousands of people per month were doing it, dude, that's too much work for me, and I don't want to work for free, okay? So once I find a bot that uses reactions, like, look, you know how you join a server and you like click a little reaction to be assigned a role? That's basically how I'm going to do the questionnaire, which it's going to take some time to set up, but like you will answer one question and then it will promote you, and then you will answer one question and it will promote you. And that's the only real way I can figure out of how to even do the Discord. Because I know some people are like, well, just let the Discord be open for everybody. But no, that's not acceptable for me. I don't enjoy everybody. It's a private community for private chads. It's not an everyone community that anyone's welcome. I absolutely, I ain't having that. Because I'm not going to be babying people. I'm not going to be watching out for all the creepers and the gremlins and all that kind of stuff. Alright lads, 10 more minutes of wood chopping. Hey, if I can do it, you can watch it. And if I could do it, you could do it too. And once we're done, I'll put the axe in a chest real quick and I'll show you the profits. And then you can go to Caerleon if you want and double your money. I have plenty of money, so I'm not going to waste time going to Caerleon. I'm just here to educate you guys that this is a method that you can do if you're feeling really, really lazy and you just don't want to pay attention to the game at all. But you still want to be productive. Like if you're going to sit down and watch a whole movie series, this is something you could do while you watch a movie, right? This is something you can absolutely do while you, I don't know, study for a test or something. I don't know. Like a little hidden log area back here. That was a waste of time, huh? That'll hurt our silver per hour a little bit, but hey, it was fun to go into the little log hut, right? Right, guys? We got 3 more trees here. That's 225 more logs for us. That's like almost 1/4 of a max stack, isn't it? So, what other money-making methods do you guys even want to see? Like, what can I teach you? I'm showing you the really stupid ways to make money. Like, someone's gonna link this on the official Discord or Reddit and be like, yo, look at this, is this a good way to make money? And everyone's gonna be like, no, that's the stupidest way ever to make money. But when you watch my other gathering videos, is it really? Is it really stupid? I've already made like 200,000, right? Because 1.45 million is where we started, so okay, that's 150,000, whatever. It's like 75,000 in 10 minutes. So, if I wasn't dicking around, and sometimes the prices get really cheap, like, it's really late at night. If you sell this in the middle of the day, they will sell for more. And like I said, if you take it to Caerleon, they could sometimes triple. There was one day where I did this, and I made like 2.5 million, because some literal WHOO bought all of the rough logs out in Caerleon. There was not any rough logs, and I was the first guy to deliver a big stack of them. So you know what I did? I listed it 3 times over, and someone bought all of them, every single one of them. I mean, when there's Redditors out there that will spend $100 on gold just so they can get a boost to the game, there's people that will spend way more money, especially in-game money, just to get whatever they're trying to do done. Like, for Caerleon, if there's no rough logs and they want to build, you know, some guild halls and some houses and some crafting benches, they have no choice. Now, I can't tell you how often rough logs run out at Caerleon. Probably after this video, not for a while, because a lot of people like to do this kind of stuff. I don't know how many people that have tier 8 wood chopping, though. But when it happens, and you'll be at the ready, man. You'll have the technique, you'll have the status, you have the know-how, you have the knowledge, you have the power. And that's all you could really ever want. I mean, this is probably my lowest effort video to date for quite a while. Alright? I mean, most of the effort is going to be the thumbnail and the title. I don't even know what to use. I have to use some sort of Albion graphic or people don't click the video. I can't, like, use a real-life, like, picture of a deforested, like, forest, you know? Because people won't recognize it as an Albion video. Even though it's my channel and the title will be like, Albion Online, how to chop wood or something silly. Oh, man. But yeah, let the good times roll. We got 6 more minutes of this stuff. And I hope you guys had fun watching me chop rough logs. We still have a good chunk of Limhurst to go. And of course the trees over here will have been fully replenished. Because that one guy that was chopping the trees ahead of me for that earlier part of the bit, those had 20 to 30 on them, you know? And it's only been like maybe seconds, maybe a few minutes since he had last chopped them. So by the time I cycle even around back, you could do this indefinitely. If someone's smart, you could set up a bot to just run around Limhurst and chop the frickin' trees down. And you know what the devs will do? They won't do jack shit. The devs don't give a fuck. To them, a bot is a +1 in population to their dying game, and you know they're desperately trying to say, oh well, our player numbers are rising, our player numbers are rising. It's not the player numbers that are rising, it's the active accounts that are rising, okay? I have, like, what, 9 or 10 active accounts? And most players have more than that, okay? Most players that play this, like, all the time, this is their primary game. This is my primary game right now. I wish it wasn't. I'm gonna be honest. I wish this was not my primary game, because the devs don't like me and the community does not like me. So why should I like them? Why should I like the game? I mean, the game was basically ruined with the corrupted dungeon update. That just killed world PvP. And that's what happened in World of Warcraft. Whenever the Burning Crusade came out, everyone got flying mounts and world PvP died, because if they didn't want to participate in world PvP, they just flew to the sky. And yes, you could still gank someone by dismounting and stabbing them hard or shooting a pyroblast and killing them. That's not world PvP. That's ganking someone with a stupid game mechanic while they're in the sky. And if they're not AFK, they're just going to fly away. You're not going to kill them in like 2 hits unless they're very poorly geared. The game wasn't fun for me after that. And that's why I really don't want to play TBC. Is I've already done everything anyway in that game. But what else am I going to play? What else is there? There's Ashes of Creation, which may never come out. It could be a flop. It's an Unreal Engine game. I hate Unreal Engine games so freaking much. I have high hopes for Ashes of Creation. I hope it does well. If it's a good game, I will definitely play it. But I don't like the engine it's on. I do not like the engine. There's New World, which technically is not an Unreal Engine, but it was made in the ways of Unreal Engine. Like the engine runs very similar. It's an Amazon game. Literally, the first thing you did when you played the open test back in what, last year was it? I don't remember when it was. They shoved rules in your face, like if you bully someone over voice, you're banned. Like, really? It's an MMORPG. What if I want to roleplay as a bandit? Like, what if I want to roleplay as the bad guy? Not everyone gets to be the hero, but, you know, you need a villain. You need some good villains. Albion doesn't have any good villains. And I don't care about the guild drama stuff that happens. I'm talking an actual Albion villain, you know? Like, think of World of Warcraft. You have all the big names, but none of them are really villains. Like, Asmongold is not a villain, okay? The Shadow Priest that ganked him a bunch, that was a villain. That was a bona fide villain on that game. I know a lot of my audience doesn't care about World of Warcraft, but there was a guy that played a Shadow Priest that stream sniped Asmongold who played a literal villain. He was the bad guy, and, you know, he had his henchmen help him out, and it's fun. It's a fun and memorable experience. Although I can't remember his name, I do remember that he was a vocal coach that sung Disney songs on his alternate channel with millions of subs, so that was a... his name was advertised, by the way. I do remember the name. I'm just really bad with names, okay? Especially when the name isn't really a name, it's like an adjective. Or a noun in this case. I don't know. I don't know English. Anyway, we're approaching the 30-minute mark, okay? And we're gonna see our profits and how much we made, and everything will be very nice. We've already reached the 200k point here. And you know, someone's gonna point out that you could do something that's pretty dang smart too. You can set buy orders for rough logs, and then you can skip this, sort of. And when you have your buy orders, you can then transport it to Caerleon. And yes, you could do that. But you know what? When you actually factor in the math, you're making the same amount of silver. Yeah, in less time, because it's just the travel time. Same amount of risk, though. Then I am just chopping this stuff. Like, me chopping this for 30 minutes, it's something that I can do while I watch a movie. A sell order, or buy order, is something you can do when you're offline. Assuming someone doesn't undercut you or overcut you in the case of buy orders. Which, hey, guess what? Buy ordering and sell ordering has been pretty much automated by bots at this point. I've taken a look at some of them on like some of the secret hacker forums, and they're kind of crappy. They're not very well done, but you can notice it if you get a high movement item and you undercut a bot, they will immediately undercut you within 1 to 2 minutes every single time, even at the dead of night. It's basically the same kind of tech that the black market bots run on. Just not as good, at least the versions that I saw. You know there's private stuff out there that people are using that it's way better. I hate games with third-party programs, algorithms, add-ons, and all that crap. It just makes things worse. Like, it just, I don't know, man. It just, games need to be more pure, more wholesome. Okay, we hit the 30-minute mark. It's 30 minutes in, and I don't know how much talking I did at the start of this video. So I'm just gonna clean up for one more minute, because that's probably how long it took for me to talk and explain things. Because we started on my island, I remember that part, and I explained my gear and what we were gonna do in this video. So I'm gonna chop trees for 40 more seconds, and then we're gonna see the profits, okay? And it's looking at about 200-ish thousand right now. That's what it's looking like. So this guy's like, "Why are you chopping trees, bro?" Gold the First. What a weird name. So what is your name? I'm Gold the First. Okay, sure. Sure thing, bud. Alright, so this tree and then one more. I think we got time for one more tree before we hit the 31-minute mark here. Are you checking the video tab? Are you mousing over? Yep, boom, 31 minutes. There we go. Okay, we're going to finish this tree and we will look at our profits. Alright, so this axe is worth 1.47, still at 100% durability. It doesn't go down. So we're going to take 1.47 minus 1.67. So that's 200. 200,000. Alright, 200,000 in 30 minutes. Okay, I know I said 1 million. I said last year. When I did this last year, it was 1 million. Okay, and I haven't done this in a year, but now I'm doing it. I haven't made a video. Don't go combing through my old videos. You can if you want, but I did not make a video on this. Because, you know, back then I was like, well, maybe I should keep some stuff for myself, you know, just in case I ever need it. But I don't care anymore. Everything's out in the open. It's more fun that way. It makes people see, and that's kind of why I like making these videos, is it upsets people. So let's put the axe away and get our exact numbers. We'll put the rough stone away too, because you shouldn't be doing rough stone. And so 194k. Okay, you take that to Caerleon, it doubles. So that'd be a little under 400k. A little under. But I'm not doing that because I don't care, and I don't bother transporting. I don't need to. I have plenty of other incomes, mostly passive incomes. So I'm all set. I mean, I'm literally sitting on 24,007.5 thousand silver. So I can just sit here and just I can just sell this. Like, what's the sell order right now? 12 to 13. All right. And selling to Limhurst is probably the worst because it has the lowest prices. You take these to Caerleon and you're gonna get way more. Like, I'll check the Caerleon prices for you before this video is just because I'm very confident. All right. It would help if people had higher buy orders. Oh, I bumped it down to 11. All my hard work. All right. And obviously we didn't sell 135 there because I was at 24. So now I need to bank my stuff, and then we'll go to Caerleon just real quick. Just throw it in. You know what? No. Hold on. Let's do this a different way. I'm going to my island and banking, and then we'll go to Caerleon. That way I don't forget that my gathering stuff is in there. Because I will forget. I am that kind of person that will absolutely forget. Alright, so that was a sell order of 13 and a sell of 12 to 11. So we're going to go to Caerleon, I'll show you. I can't fast travel to Caerleon with my gear, so I'm going to my island, paying another 16k. That's 32k in total. You know, if you live at Limhurst, if you just have a regular axe, you don't need an Avalonian, like I said in the start of the video. Okay, that goes there, and then that goes there. This goes here and there. Alright, we're going to Caerleon. I'm going to check those rough log prices. How embarrassing will it be if it's not double anymore? How embarrassing will it be? I'll have to change the title of the video. And then we go to the... That's not the market. Isn't there a closer market? Oh yeah, they redid everything. It's been a while since I've been here. Where's the market at now? Okay, I mean, it used to be like right here in the middle. They also added speed boosts to areas of the town. I don't go to Caerleon much. Stop hating. Stop. Don't let me see you hating on me. Okay, rough log. Where are you at? All right, rough log 23. See, it's double. It's basically double. Not 24 there. Like 24 by order. It was what, 13, sell for 11. Basically double your money. Just travel to Caerleon. Easy, easy peasy. Anyway, I'm Soul Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Make sure you return your shopping carts. I know this this video wasn't quite exactly what it was supposed to be, but Man, when those rough logs rise in price, it's easy money. It's stupid money. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not saying it's a good farm. I'm saying it's a farm that you can do if you're lazy enough to do it. And yes, it's a lazy farm. It's like, obviously, if you're a tier 8 wood chopper, go out into the tier 5 zones and chop some wood. You'll make more money doing that, obviously, but it's still for freaking good money. It was better money than skinning at tier 6. In tier 6. Obviously, if I had a tier 8 skinner, it'd be better to skin in tier 8. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. I'll see you in the next one.